Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanner and the last couple videos I've been making have been primarily about the gear that I use, gear I'm selling, what kind of gear that I have in my bag, what I use for my vlogs. It's a whole thing. And I'm kind of tired of talking about my camera gear without actually making anything. So I am in like the first kind of initial planning stages when it comes to a project I've been trying to create for a handful of years now. I finally came up with a name, I have a logo, I've actually reached out to some people / businesses to start doing said thing, and you will see it here on YouTube, but it's mostly gonna live over on Instagram as I try to build up my vertical content platform as well as posting more images. Until that launches, I will not say anything about it because I want to curate it in a way that makes sense for me. But know that something is coming and I'm looking to create stuff for more than just this YouTube channel and for more than, you know, the small amount of people that might end up seeing a video like this. I don't know, I want to like spread creatively and try new things, and I think doing this is going to push me further and further than I ever would have imagined. So I may or may not actually put that in this video, but let's talk about, you know, why I've just been feeling so down. And if you've been living under a rock, maybe you missed, perchance, that the entire like East Coast down to Texas area of the United States has been covered in like 18 inches of snow, sometimes 3 or 4 inches of ice. This has been like the coldest streak of cold ass days we've had in a long time. And the thing about me is when it's really cold, I don't ever want to do anything. Alright, we are back in the office on my lovely lunch break. We got one of my favorite combos that I can get in downtown Pittsburgh, which is Chipotle tacos with a drink, chips, and queso from Moe's. So there's a Moe's across the street from the Chipotle, and if I'm working by myself, which I do on Wednesdays, my coworker Wayne, he's not in, so Wednesdays is a day I have to get lunch by myself. So 9 times out of 10, I head to Chipotle, I get my tacos and my stuff, which I will show you in a second because it's just such a good combination, but it's so cold. I've never been a gloves guy before, and I've now moved on to being a gloves guy, which is crazy. But I only have a certain amount of time I can eat my food because I'm on lunch break, and one of these days I'll do like a full like day in the life of whatever my job is here, but for now, you get little tidbits and bits and pieces, but it's been a little bit since we've been in the office. So welcome back to Pittsburgh because I am in the middle of prepping for a brand new project for myself personally. I'm in a bunch of classes this semester. I have to make a podcast this semester, my own podcast. I have to work on a short documentary this semester, and I also have a handful of projects for this job that I will be working on this semester, which is crazy. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on, so I like to enjoy these small moments and the little things, like when I get to eat lunch from Moe's and Chipotle together, because even though it feels sacrilege as somebody from Pittsburgh and somebody who went to Point Park University and like the Moe's versus Chipotle kind of stuff that happens at that school, it's just better to get both. And if anyone's curious, I actually have been using this Uniqlo bag a little bit more. Today I used it to carry the camera around outside because it's so freaking cold, and it's been fantastic. It's held up really well. The zippers are great. It's slightly waterproof too, or water resistant. I even have space in these front pockets for my action camera, and I keep my beanie on the side if I really need it if I'm cold. All right, I'm gonna eat my lunch now, and enjoy myself, because I got some editing to do this afternoon for a project. So I'll catch you back with you in a second, because I want to talk about the Canon PowerShot V1 and why I want to buy it. A large Dr. Pepper and my lovely Chipotle tacos. So I want to talk a little bit. I probably will do it after this. I might even wait till I get home, but I kind of want to do it here. I want to talk about why I don't love using my 6700 for all of my content. And I think it's mostly because the camera is so big, and I realistically just dislike using a big camera constantly. And it's not even a big camera. I mean, it's APS-C. I don't need to go through all the technical terms, but I want something even smaller than this camera, because I think it would be nice just to have the option to use something smaller sometimes. All right, time to eat. Look at these lovely tacos. Look at these things. Like, I get 4 tacos, chips and queso. Let's eat lunch. It is later in the night, and it's time to finish this video, to talk to you about a couple of things that are on my mind for the future of content, or what I'm currently working on creating. Because I think it's important to chat about kind of where my head's at and where I think we're going in the future. So, as I've mentioned, I have been working on something for a while. I mean, I have probably way too many notes and things I'm constantly working on, physical notes and things that are around, kind of planning on what kinds of gear I need for a specific project that I've had in mind for a long time. So there are specifically 2 facets to this project. The first facet is like a vertical kind of come with me to different places and things around Pittsburgh, which I really want to highlight places and cool things and like mom and pop shop type things. And then the second is more of like a longer form documentary style deep dive video on some of the people who live in Pittsburgh who make art, whether that be young people, old people, anyone that makes art in the city and has an interesting story to tell. I want to tell that story. And with that stuff comes looking at maybe getting a grant, seeing how I can fund a few gear purchases specifically for a project that isn't really meant to be marketed any specific way. This is also a fun way for me to maybe get back into photography a little bit and do a slightly different project than what I have done in the past. And so I'm looking at maybe doing like a subset of like a handful of people, trying to play around with what that looks like for me. And there's a couple of pieces of equipment that I really want to get. Like, I really want to look at my GH5 and see how I can outfit it to work for me as my A-cam for the interviews for this project. I also really want to use my Canon camera for my photos, because I really want to use on-camera flash, and the only on-camera flash I currently own really only works well with Canon gear. So I could buy a flash that works with Sony, or I could get a lens that works with Canon. I just have to figure out which probably would be better for me. But I also just really like how my Canon camera takes images, I guess you could say. It's less clinical than the Sony cameras that I own, which I think would like lend itself really well to this project. And it's also something that Carly can use for specific things down the line if she wants to do photography for any reason. And of course, I've talked a lot about grabbing the Canon PowerShot V1. And the biggest reason for that, like I've said multiple times, I just want a smaller camera that I can realistically bring with me anywhere. If I'm going out to dinner, if I'm going out and doing something, if I'm going to like shoot a project somewhere, but I want to bring a camera that's dedicated for behind the scenes and vlog stuff, I can bring that camera and it can be a part of this channel's process. Because in 2026, my biggest goal is to create more things, grow my immediate friend group and circle here in Pittsburgh, and find other people who want to make cool stuff and collaborate more with people that are like-minded and enjoy just making stuff. So you probably meet a couple of those people along the way this year. We'll see how the vlogs realistically go. But I actually had a decent time today, bringing you into the city and shooting a little bit in the cold, and just like changing my environment while talking to the camera, even though it wasn't really crazy or anything. And I'm using these vlogs a lot as a chance to use my Hollyland Lark M2Ss, which I'm using right now, and try to EQ the audio and make it sound really good, because I know that these are going to be my go-to microphones when it comes to doing a lot of stuff this year. So I'm excited. This coming weekend, I'm actually starting on this project. Crazy. I have some feelers out to a couple artists that I would like to shoot with for the like more major long form documentary stuff. But I have a couple of places. One's a restaurant. The other one is a bookstore. I'm not sure whenever that content will come out. This video is going to come out literally a few days after I finish recording this, because I just haven't had time to bank any content over this channel because I've been super busy with school and my job. And we'll get to talk about the documentary stuff for class and my podcast stuff and all that. That will come in a much later video. But I really just wanted to give you guys an update, let you know where my mind is at, let you know that I'm still here, I'm still creating, I'm still having a good time, but I've just been really busy with life and stuff and things, and I'm very hopeful that within the next couple of weeks, within the next couple of months, we'll find a consistent level of recording and posting here on YouTube for this channel, but also for like different shorts content and sharing more about like the little pieces of equipment that I constantly use and things that I have fallen in love with and things that I bought and that I don't like. And so there's a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not entirely sure yet how I want to go about doing it. All right, that's going to be all for me for this video. I'm sure it's probably a pretty short one, but I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, that's all for me. Just trying to have an enjoyable time. You'll know the vlogs will definitely pick up once I get the PowerShot V1, but to break the fourth wall, I'm still dealing with this whole bank account and computer getting hacked situation. So it's been taking me a long time to straighten out my finances and get things situated. But I'm hoping that that will be all fixed and on the horizon. Everything will be okay. But as for right now, I'm not entirely sure. I can promise you though that over the next couple of months, there will be some new gear purchases as I prep for the next phase of whatever my production company stuff future looks like. I know there's a couple of things I would like to get, just normal wear and tear upgrades that will help me down the line. So with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If there's anything you want to talk about or want to chat in the comment section below, leave me a comment about your favorite camera system or what, something that's cool, a project that you're starting to work on. I would love to talk to you about that in the comments. And I will catch you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.